Hello and welcome to Eurosport's coverage of the semi-finals of the Italian Open here at the Foro Italico in Rome. I'm David Mercer, Fru McMillan alongside me. And the first semi-final features the man in your picture, Felix Mantilla, against Patrick Rafter, the man who is now just 2 wins away from claiming the world #1 ranking. And a fascinating match in prospect here, Fru, because obviously once again the contrast in styles.
Well, that's right. Normally, I suppose the Rafter, when he's looking to achieve his best under the most difficult rafting conditions, thinks of the rapids. But Rafter has the possibility here of 2 matches, one against Mantilla and one against Correccia, where he's actually got to negotiate the still ponds before he gets to the finishing line. That finishing line, of course, being the winner here and the world's #1.
It's the best of 3 tie-break sets, and it's Rafter to serve.
Queen to 0. 15 long.
It's the 4th meeting between these two, and Rafter has won all the previous 3, including one here 2 years ago. 6-1, 3-6, 6-4 on that occasion.
30-0.
Which ironically, prior to this year, was the only match Rafter had ever won in Rome. The other meetings were in Pinehurst on American clay in 96, 6-3, 6-2, and then last year the final of Long Island hard courts, 7-6, 6-2.
40-0.
Well, Mantilla won the spin of the coin, elected to receive after choosing ends, and Mantilla not getting a look in. Hoping to catch Rafter cold.
Much better start for Rafter than yesterday against Lepenti. He holds his opening service game this time to love. Welcome back. 3-2 Rafter, first set on serve, first semi-final from Rome. Clouded over a little bit. There's Tony Roach in the blue cap. Was coach to the Australian Davis Cup team. Also here this week with Pat Rafter is his brother Peter. Just wide.
Queen to 0. 15 long.
Not feeling that hot off the ground, I don't think. Played a stunning match, of course, against Agassi, and really lucky to survive against Lepenti.
Well, that's this match, in essence, in one rally.
Yes, lofted ball by Rafter, making it actually quite difficult. I'm in many ways surprised he didn't try another one, but of course his favorite tactic is that slice, which on this court doesn't seem to be keeping quite low enough just at the moment to trouble Mantilla. Interesting to see if he tries slicing to the forehand. Coming in against the Mantilla forehand, I'm sure he'll have more success. He doesn't play it quite as naturally as the cross-court slice. Very few players do.
Terrific anticipation from Rafter.
Yes, here he was able to get in a lot closer to the net. You can see him closing in, making the diagonal step to his left. Most of the cameras generally trained on Rafter. And I suppose for a couple of reasons. Firstly, there's a dynamism about him, and also the big story at the moment, of course, with the #1 spot looming.
Interesting. He's now played two deliberately shorter slices, so that Mantilla's got to move forward and has got to play the low ball.
Yes, and this one kept pretty low as a result. You can see there Mantilla really having to dig it out, move forward at the same time, as David says, because the approach has been shorter.
First break point.
Part 2.
Good pace from Mantilla, driving Rafter back. Always the threat, of course, if you're hitting out in order to keep the opponent back on a break point, that you might overhit.
Out.
Well, Carlos Bernardes has overruled on Rafter's baseline.
One touch for Rafter.
And Rafter checked the mark for himself and said to Carlos Bernardes, "You're right," and Mantilla accepted that totally. So second break point. Oh my word. Well, you couldn't have wished for an easier smash.
Rafter conduce 4 giocatore. He leads 4-2.
Yes, and I think such relief on Mantilla's part to get an easy shot that he was actually celebrating in the stroke. What a disaster. Not for Rafter.
Second ace.
So the 5 aces against Nepenti. After playing 84 games coming into the semi, Mantilla 72.
Against Agassi, there were 12 aces, 6 in each set.
Quindi ci pone 15 more.
Beautiful depth on the serve, right in the corner. Mantilla having to leave the ground. Difficult to control it like that unless you're a Kachera. You're not getting this one up very high. Not more comfortable for Mantilla.
Rafter's changed his racket, whether he noticed a string was fraying or whether he's gone for a slightly different tension. It's a warm day, fair amount of cloud, bit of a breeze.
Good second serve considering, but Mantilla just holding back there. Didn't quite have the courage to go through with the shot.
Parità.
First double fault of the match, and maybe a sign that Rafter is particularly concerned with the backhand return of Mantilla from the ad court.
And also staying back for the first time behind a serve. Perhaps just lost his rhythm as a result. Very different when you're staying back. Shouldn't necessarily be, but inevitably is.
Well, an interesting game, this one, because Rafter's won every point in the juice court and Mantilla every one in the ad court. Could be here all night.
Not again.
Yes.
He's really looking for the line and halfway up the block so that he really pushes Mantilla out.
I think he might be advised to push one down the centre.
Yes, I think particularly on the first serve. He's got such a devil of a kicker there that he feels he should be going with his strength.
He's missed another gift. Well, perhaps that's being a little harsh, but a great opportunity.
Oh, I think it was a gift. Really, not quite as easy as the smash, but easy enough. He knew he didn't have to hit it hard. And you can see Rafter lifting his head. He was about to be punished.
There, he changes the line of attack. And it works. Rafter leads by 5 games to 2. When you rejoin us, Mantilla will serve to stay in the opening set. Mantilla serving 2-5. I'm getting a little bit worried about the weather. Suddenly the wind's getting up. Some dark clouds are rolling in. I hope we're not going to get rain. What we do get is the first ace from Mantilla.
Possibly wind assisted, 189 kilometers an hour.